On the first day, the girl was brought home by her biological parents. She directly threw the new clothes her parents had carefully prepared into the trash. Instead, she put on the adopted sister's custom-made gown worth millions of dollars. She even deliberately wore it in front of the adopted sister to show off, because no one understood better than she did that this so-called adopted sister was actually the adoptive mother's real biological daughter. 20 years ago, the adoptive mother secretly switched the two babies. From that day on, the biological daughter lived in luxury and enjoyed endless privilege while she was sent to a poor family. Not only did she suffer endless hardship, she was also subjected to long-term humiliation by the adoptive mother's family. This time, after returning to her biological parents, the girl secretly swore to herself that she would take back everything that originally belonged to her, one item at a time. When the adopted daughter saw her wearing that gown, she exploded on the spot. She immediately ran to her mother to cry and complain. She said it was her most beloved dress, one she could not bear to wear even once. Now the girl had worn it in public, clearly to humiliate her on purpose. After saying that she even pretended she was about to run away from home, the girl saw through her trick at a glance. But she herself was also a master at acting. So in front of everyone, she lowered her head and apologized to the adopted sister. She said that growing up, she had never worn a new dress and had never properly celebrated a birthday. She simply did not understand such niceties. She had only thought that she could celebrate a birthday together with her adopted sister. Then she apologized again, obediently returned to her room, and changed out of the gown. When the parents heard about what their biological daughter had endured over the years, their hearts were filled with guilt. The mother then asked the adopted daughter to go upstairs to comfort her. Unexpectedly, the adopted daughter matured arrogantly the moment she entered the room. Do you think pretending to be pitiful will make mom and dad favor you? I've been spoiled in this family for 20 years. The ones they truly love are only me. After hearing this, the girl said nothing. She simply slowly opened her backpack and threw the clothes inside onto the floor one by one. Then she raised her hand and slapped herself across the face. The commotion upstairs alarmed the parents when they rushed over and saw the scene. They instinctively assumed the adopted daughter had struck her. They were so angry that they scolded her on the spot. The girl immediately continued to cooperate with the act, choking back sobs. She said to the adopted sister, "I shouldn't have worn your dress, but could you please not throw away my school uniform? That was the first new piece of clothing I ever bought in my entire life." As she spoke, she picked up the school uniform, pretending she was about to change out of the gown. The father felt unbearable distress at the sight. He immediately stated that the gown would be given to her. He even handed her an unlimited credit card. The adopted daughter stood to the side, consumed by jealousy and hatred, unable to hold back. She shouted at her parents, "She is your biological daughter. I'm not. So does that mean I deserve to be wrong?" Hearing this, the brother and the mother immediately softened. They quickly stepped forward to defend the adopted daughter. The adopted daughter shot a provocative look at the girl with smug satisfaction. The girl, however, put on an act of kindness. She instead advised her father not to blame the adopted daughter anymore. She said that the adopted daughter had been spoiled since childhood, while she herself had long been used to being bullied. Suffering a little injustice was nothing. After saying this, she apologized to the adopted daughter once again. Only then did the father let the matter drop. He took the guests downstairs and left. The adopted daughter stood where she was, waiting for the girl to continue groveling. Unexpectedly, the girl quietly hooked the hem of the gown onto the stair railing with a sudden yank. She tore the gown to shreds. Then she cried out loudly, "I've already apologized. Why are you still hitting me?" Hearing the noise, the father immediately turned back. He helped the girl up from the ground. The adopted daughter hurriedly explained, saying she had not laid a hand on her at all. But the father impatiently refused to listen to her explanation. He slapped her across the face in return, furiously scolding her for disgracing the entire family in her wildest dreams. The adopted daughter never imagined that her father would strike her for this girl in a fit of rage. She turned and ran downstairs. The girl stood where she was, watching the scene unfold. She could not have been more delighted inside. That night, the adopted daughter tearfully complained to her brother, full of grievances, in order to avenge her. The brothers secretly came up with a ruthless plan. The next day, the father's contract, worth tens of billions, mysteriously disappeared. The brother directly accused the girl of stealing the contract.